Well, everyone. So Trump has been inaugurated, if that's how you pronounce it, but initiated basically. He is the president of the United States now, as I just found out. And well, where does that leave the Master's Voice Prophecy blog? Well, I'm going to have a look at her blog, at her so-called prophecies, the prophecies that she made about Trump. Please take a look in my last live stream about the Master's Voice Prophecy blog, where I exposed her failed prophecies in regards to Kamala Harris and Biden, where she prophesied that Kamala Harris would take over Biden's presidency. So she said that President Biden wouldn't be president for long and that he would be taken ill and that she would become the president who wasn't really voted for and everyone would become angry. Well, that never happened. Biden was in office until the end. Kamala Harris never taken over. And not only that, but she also said that Trump would never again become a president because God was very angry with Trump. So another failed prophecy, right? So we're going to have a look at these failed prophecies in regards to Trump today, and I'm going to be sharing the screen where you yourself can look at what she has written and also made into videos, plenty of videos. Please go into the website yourself and check it out if you don't believe me. Okay. Just wait a minute. Yeah, I do have problems with this streaming software. It's not a very good one, I have to say. Let's try again. Okay. Well, that was the last for my last live stream, but we're going to look at all the, most of them anyway, prophecies about Trump. We go down to the bottom of the blog. We put in Trump. Search. So these are all the results about Trump. Let's start with the first one here. This was called Changes Ahead. You will see shakings. October 14th, 2022. Let's read it. Please do check this out yourself, okay? Because I know plenty of people believe the lies of Esther, the Master's Voice prophecy, who says that, these are not really my prophecies. People are using AI to distort my words or whatever. Just go and check it out yourself. So again, we're going to search for the word Trump in this article. And here you can see on the side, these are all the where Trump is mentioned. It's highlighted. War to the Nations, the Red Horse Revelation. And for those of you who've been following my videos, you know that I teach the truth about the book of Revelation, which is that it's already happened. So Esther, of course, is indoctrinated still in her religious cult, and she cannot see that truth. So she believes that this is something that will happen in the future, and it is not. But she believes that the red horse probably, revealed itself. I don't know. Civil war to America, unexpected political changes and upheaval. Kamala Harris as future president. Obama, the beast system. Donald Trump will not save America, and plans of death in the works for those who do not expect it. So that alone shows us, just in that one sentence, that it's wrong. Okay, she failed that terribly. But let's continue. Donald Trump will be killed in the future, creating a breeding ground for war. Never happened. This has been said in multiple prophecies since 2020. And she's somehow linking this to Ezekiel 13, which has absolutely nothing to do with America. It was about the 12 tribes. But that's what the religious do. They link things from today back to the Bible. With the weight of popular support Trump carries, God says there's nothing to prevent people from having extremely violent reactions if he dies. If he dies, yet God says he will die. Yet, anyway. Even to the point of picking up guns and doing whatever violence comes along with that, keeping in mind that the violence was already and always has been there on and off in every country, not just America, by the way. After Trump has played his role in the New World Order agenda, he will be disposed of, a fate that also awaits Kamala Harris after she plays her part in the upcoming beast system. A false system of government is rising in the United States. It is not the real US government of the people by the people. Let's move on a little bit further down. So, these sins have not stopped, no matter how much the Lord warns against them. So now punishment will come in the very area where the sin is greatest, politics. This woman absolutely has no idea about the spiritual fight that God was fighting back then, in the time of the old prophets and the Old Testament prophets and the Christ. She thinks that somehow politics of today has something to do with it. We continue. In the very area America tries to control the outcome, she'll be frustrated by not getting what she wants. No free and fair elections. No second Trump presidency. Oops. Well, here you're reading it yourself. No second Trump presidency. Just give me 1 second, please. So my husband just tells me that he hasn't been inaugurated yet. Well, we don't know. We're in a different time zone, yeah. Well, actually, I can check it out. Maybe Americans are able to tell me. Tomorrow, apparently, I think it says tomorrow he will be inaugurated. Anyway, so this is going a little bit ahead, this video, but that's okay. We'll be looking at the Trump prophecies, and tomorrow when you're watching Trump being inaugurated, you will see and remember that the Master's Voice prophecy block has failed. Let's continue. So Donald Trump will not become president. Okay, so he is president. Citizens will go to vote thinking they're doing something by exercising their right to vote, only to find there's a different result from what they were hoping for. These things have been said before. The citizen child, MAJA deception. But they bear repeating. The death of Donald Trump is deliberate and will have a violent effect on the US. It is one of several planned catalysts that backstage workers have lined up. Things they know are bound to trigger a civil war if they all happen back to back or even at the same time. Trump's death is not intended in any way as a mistake or accidental killing. I've been saying since 2020 that deliberately planned harm is intended against this man, and now the Lord has revealed more on it. So you can read all this yourself. Lastly, Trump's death is America's punishment from God, her due frustration for treating Trump like a god, and his due punishment for receiving the accolades of America like a god. Again, she shows here that she has no idea about the spiritual fight that God was fighting. It wasn't about God being frustrated and just saying, "Oh, wow, you're frustrating me. I'm going to annihilate you." This woman is so kindly minded. It's incredible. But it's nothing new, because all these false prophets, all these religious people are so empty and barren. They have nothing in them, no life. If anyone has not yet learned scriptures of how God hates idolatry, that we are not to worship man because heaven strikes those who receive man praise and adulation, it will soon be learned in America. So I'm just looking at the different things here. I won't be reading everything. Again, Trump will die. That's what she's saying. Let's go to the next. This one is again September 2022. She's obviously really angry that Trump is getting a lot of attention, whether good or bad, you know what I mean? I'm not into all this politics, but he is getting a lot of attention, and a lot of people are hoping that he will make a difference, I think. And she, for some reason, doesn't like that. Maybe because he's a different skin color. Just saying, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of racism going on, coming from the Master's Voice prophecy blog. Again, Trump is an idol. Trump is an idol. God said if Clinton had been chosen in 2016, it would have been the beginning of the end for America. She is fully loyal to the beast system. Yah said it would have been the start of systematic murdering of adults and children across the United States. Therefore, the only reason Trump was allowed a seat in the White House and that was obviously his first presidency, yeah, was Yah's allowance of mercy to America in order for the nation to recognize her window of grace, repent of her sins, and turn back to God. Instead, Trump was hailed as a god, called multiple Bible hero names. The man became a wave and phenomenon, yet God said he can only be called King Saul, a blunt instrument to match the hearts of the people who so adored him. From the time he was elected to now, America has learned absolutely nothing about not dancing around golden calves. For this reason, none of her punishments will be delayed anymore. The nation will have no more grace. Well, I guess he was wrong again, because I guess Yah was merciful again and let him on the presidency, the office, into office again. So another false prophecy. So this whoever this Yah is telling Esther lies. Okay. The no more grace prophecy was given on the election day in November 2020. It's just sad, really, to see all this done in the name of God. We should have a look in the comment section as well. Wait. Oh, what is going on? Keeps jumping. Okay. For some reason, it won't let me go down there. Huh. It's interesting. Weird. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Ready Player One, 2022. This is part of the prophetic word concerning Donald Trump. Future violence in America, blah, 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 blah. So Donald Trump is going to lose his life, and you should not hesitate to say it, because it is the truth. He will be killed, removed as a casualty in a game of high-level chess. This is all coming forth from her heart, of course. You know. Obama will be an absolute ruler. He will be the last man standing, working with craft to get rid of all opposition and everyone who knows the backstory. Okay, that's never happened. Trump will be one of the first casualties of the New World Order, one of the first pieces eliminated from the chessboard. You know, she says, it's so funny because she says, oh yeah, these people have made politics their idol. Yet that's all she talks about. She says, see image of weighted political idols who have survived scandal after scandal. So it's such a projection, and that's what people who can't own parts of themselves do. They project it out and put it on a scapegoat. That's what a scapegoat used to be, you know, all these things that people can't own for themselves, they put it on the scapegoat, and then they kill the scapegoat or drive it out or whatever. And that's what she does. She puts her idolatry of this political mess that's going on in her head, she's putting it out there as prophecy and on other people, especially America, bad Americans, to be so idealist, to have idols, but actually, Esther, you have the idol. And this is all coming from your own heart. This is coming from you. This is not coming from God. Wait, have we done this one? Yeah. October 2022. I mean, really, I don't need to show anything else because it's obvious that she has lied. It's obvious. I want to read something about him not becoming president again. No matches. Of course, this is about Kamala becoming president. I covered this in my last live stream. Okay, that's quite a lot about Trump in this one. I mean, you can really get an insight into her psyche, really, by reading these streams, you know. She saw Donald Trump. He wore a dark suit with a long black trench coat over it. I mean, she's all over these videos and news every day. And she's talking about idolatry, you know. He came right up close to me and told me, "Shut your mouth or you will regret it. Shut your mouth before something bad happens to you." I wonder if she will make another video and explain this. Maybe she has done it. I mean, I haven't been watching her videos in ages now. I just can't do it. But if anyone knows about a video where she mentioned Trump and why, you know, he has become president again, and I don't know, maybe you can link me to it and I watch it and I make a video about it. Huh. For some reason, it won't let me go into the comment section. Very strange. Trump the scapegoat, hey? Trump the scapegoat. Well, he's the scapegoat of many people, I think. Used to be anyway. Again, they will kill Trump. Um, and she does what all other false prophets does as well, do as well. She says, "Oh, you look very tired," and yeah, he is old. I mean, for his age, he's actually looking quite fit, um, like healthy. But it's like with the fires in California. I think they were in California. There's a lot of fires happening there, and those they always state the obvious. Really, at some point, there's going to be fires in California. But when it really comes down to it, her so-called prophecies are, of course, all false. False or just not prophecies at all. I remember when I first started covering her, she was talking about, wasn't it monkeypox or something like that? Not monkeypox. This virus that came after the what virus. And they were saying that they're going to have another psyop basically, and it's going to be with a different virus. I can't remember the virus now. And she obviously jumped onto that bandwagon, and she then made a prophecy about it. Oh yeah, there's going to be another virus coming, and blah blah blah. And basically, she was just repeating what's already being said on the other videos on the alternative social media platforms like BitChute and Rumble and things like that, where she, by the way, has also her other channels. So she's watching these videos 100%. But of course, it's never happened. Yeah. And even before that virus, we've had lots of different viruses all the time and scares. Yeah, nothing new under the sun. Ah, 2 more good years. So 2022, this was written, or rather, this is a prophecy from 2022. They actually believe the beast will be loyal to them, but whether it's Harris, Donald Trump, or anyone else currently playing a role, the Lord said the beast is a single player only. Satan doesn't leave any loose ends. The devil isn't loyal to anyone. That's the sort of talk that people want to hear. After that, Yah gave me invaluable personal instructions. How not to waste time, how to move with wisdom, knowing the times are swiftly changing, giving freedom to undertake new projects and bring other aspects of life to the forefront. He strongly told us that anyone who doesn't pray with fervency to receive personal direction for their life is going to be left behind. And this is when she was still saying to people that the Muslims would actually take over America. She's since changed her opinion, obviously. She's now saying Russia will take over America. But yeah, this is another prophecy that has now changed. This morning, 28th of November 2020, God said that President Donald Trump will go down in infamy. Now, it's been a while since I heard that word, but I know it means notorious and usually negative fame. It means to be remembered in history. It's great, isn't it? How she explains it, or what it means, because we're so dumb. She must really, she really thinks that, and I don't know, maybe people are needing a teacher to explain this to them, what this means. I think I don't know, but she's got a lot of young listeners as well. It means to be remembered in history in a very bad way, like Stalin and Hitler. God said he will go down in infamy anytime he is remembered. It will be with a feeling as if a person wants to spit after it. These are the Lord's words. That's strange, isn't it? So Trump was to fall like that wall, and the opposite has happened, actually. God has allowed Trump to become president. Uh, Pathetic, really, isn't it, to read this? Sad. And here she says that Trump will be killed by assassination to remove him as a political liability and threat. Yet he's part of the beast system. That's why she's constantly double talking. Yeah, I think that will do, really. I do encourage people to go and check it out for themselves. Please stop following this false prophet, this fortune teller, future teller. That's all they are. Oops. What happened now? Yeah, and they got it wrong, of course, as they usually do. Now and again, they say something that comes to pass, and it's pure luck, of course. And remember, in the Bible it says, one false prophecy, and you know that this is a false prophet. Okay? Let's have a look if we've got a newer one. 2000. Oh, it's just not letting me. Nope. Strange. Anyway. So there you have it, guys. I don't know what I've come to the conclusion that, of course, first I thought you just have to tell people the truth and they will drop everything and they follow the truth. Just, at the time when the truth was manifested in the flesh, right? And spoke to Peter or Simon, I can't remember, and he dropped his net and followed the truth. But that's how it is for those who love the truth. So I thought, they are like me. Naive, yes. And I pretty quickly found out that when that there's two types of people. Ones who actually do love the truth and ones who say they love the truth and they don't. Because they can't say to people, yeah, I love lying. I love the lies. Because in this world, that's frowned upon to be a liar, because we are under the reign of Christ and we all know the law. We are under the law of Christ, which is written on our hearts. So we all know that lying is bad. So they will never say, yeah, I'm lying. But they deceive themselves and they deceive others. They actually hate the truth. So when you tell them the truth, which they profess to be the Bible, by the way, okay, their authority, they say, my authority is the Bible, it's the word of God, it's the truth. So I go to the Bible and tell them, look, she has made a false prophecy. She has got a prophecy wrong, makes her a false prophet, and they don't care. So by their own admission, they are lovers of the lie. And that's two different people. Those who hear the lie and drop everything, they're idols, and those who love the lie. And they want to hang on to their idols. And Esther, sure enough, is an idol. She's part of that glory that people are getting for themselves by following this. And so I've had plenty of people throw abuse at me in the comment section, bearing false witness against me. A couple of people have come back and apologized later on, but mostly people dig in their heels, stiff-necked, right, and just keep on going. So yeah, there's two types of people out there, and that's doesn't just become apparent through religion, but also when the virus came, or they told us the virus came, and suddenly we had two kinds of people. It was like those people who loved the lie, they were just laying dormant, and as soon as a false prophet came along to tell them about the lie, so that in that they could virtue signal and that they could gain some glory for themselves, whatever, they were rising up and they were popping up everywhere. And which was like, wow, where did you come from? You I'm not going to call him that name now because of YouTube, but back in the Second World War, we've had people like that. But they were all dormant. You didn't know that they were like that, but it became manifested when the liar came and he told them lies, and he had some sort of power, and they suddenly went, yeah, we're gonna jump on that and we're gonna believe that. And that's exactly what's happening with Esther. Even though she has been proven wrong, they will continue to follow her because they are of the lie. And that's what we're just going to have to accept. That's what I have to accept. It is actually not me or any one of us that sets people free and can give sight to the blind, but it is the only teacher, Almighty God himself, who can do that. And he can only do that when people want to be set free. That is what needs to happen. And in their hearts of heart, they don't want to be set free. They want to hang on to their lies. So guys, if you have any more information about the Master's Voice Prophecy blog, false prophecies, please share them in the comment section so I can look into it and link to the video or link to the article on the blog. It saves me a lot of time and yeah, it just helps me. Okay.